Good morning, pregame crew. It is Wednesday, August 11th, 8:25 a.m. Eastern. We have CPI numbers in 5 minutes, the Consumer Price Index, and those are numbers that can be interpreted bearishly or bullishly for the market, and with things such as inflation, or what is the popular word, transitory, whatever. Good morning. Can y'all see my screen? Can you hear me? Hey, Tom, Judd, P. Court, thank you for being here and modding. Hey, my friend Tammy, Blue Dog, Jorge, Ian. Ian, I think you're in South Africa. Alejandro, Chris McMillan, Don, Robert Mack, Mr. Chad Bad, Chuck Z, awesome. Australia, awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Perfect. We will get started in just a bit. If you are interested in my chart setup or just want to know what I use, it's on the screen. I use TradingView to chart. I actually use Toss to chart market internals on a separate screen, and I use TradingView to. TradingView is real easy to share charts. Well, they kind of made it a little harder with this update, but I use TradingView to chart, and I use Thinkorswim, Toss, TD Ameritrade as my broker. I was up at 1 a.m. this morning. I went to bed with a XS short position, got a notification, I got stopped out, and it woke me up. So I am going to be in a timeout this morning with trading at the open. I'm a little tired, so I want to make sure that I give it my best. I may have some decision fatigue from not sleeping last night. And then I got up and traded crypto this morning, so now I'm really tired. All right, so I use the 50 and 200 simple moving average. The green and red is the 8 and 21 EMA. Yellow candles are the inside bars. CM Ultimate RSI multi-time frame. Maybe one day one of the nice guys in the room will show me how to use this. You can use it to plot multiple time frames. I currently do not. TTM squeeze, Thinkorswim default. I used a squeeze. It just tells me when there's pressure building in a name. So we have CPI in just a little bit. We have hourly inside bar forming on, or that has formed on ES. Resistance 4428. Support 4424. Let's see if it breaks that range when the CPI data comes out. TCGers, I'm sure it'll be posted in news if you want to go on that channel and see what it is. Hey, Dana, Steve, Bobo, Jim, Mid-Ohio Base, Veronica, Sean. It has just been a wonderful night. I was telling my husband last night, why don't I trade crypto more? It's just, there's just so much volatility and opportunity. It's absolutely amazing. And not always. I know sometimes it goes sideways and you can't really sell option premium on crypto, so I can't take advantage of that. But when it's volatile, it's good. All right, so ES 4428 key resistance, 4424 key support. What we're really looking at is this resistance of 442950. Let's call it 4430, then support of 4420. So right now we have an hourly EQ that's forming, and how we break out of this EQ could be very telling for the rest of the week and whether or not we'll have incoming consolidation. Hey, C-Bro. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community. If this is your first day, welcome. We have a very welcoming crew in the YouTube chat. If you're a TCGer, I can't see you in Slack right now, but I can see you in YouTube chat. I go over the Fab 4 futures, commodities, cryptos, movers and shakers of the day. And it's typically 20 plus names total, and I do this in around 25 minutes, and there we go. We've got a bull pop. Absolutely. Any day that you're vertical above ground is a good day. Okay, we got a pop from CPI. We are breaking through that hourly resistance. Your next resistance on ES is 4434. NASDAQ with a beautiful pop here at 15051. Your next resistance, 15086. I don't have the data in front of me. Let me go see if I can get it. Anyone? I don't see the CPI numbers yet. Let me go to Twitter. CPI is just a measure. Okay, it was what was expected, spot on. So what was expected, 0.5%, and that's what I'm going to post it in the room right now. So it was as expected, so it wasn't higher. What that means is milk, the basket of goods that we buy on the daily to live, what we consume, those prices, they for the last, I think this is for 1 month, they're up about 0.5%. So we don't have this huge influx of inflation. It's not like 2% where milk and groceries are costing 2% more, and then that's inflation. And if we have inflation, then they have to raise interest rates, and it's overall not good. YM, I'm definitely backing off YM and the short idea. YM is looking great. We're at a new all-time high. The infrastructure bill is really propelling YM and its larger components. It only has 30 names in it, but the names that are in it are looking really good, like Caterpillar, Deere, XLI names are looking great. So Dow looks wonderful. It's the strongest for me this morning. NASDAQ is approaching that resistance, 15086, ES 4438, and RTY 224360. So on ES yesterday, what we were looking at on the daily, let me clear all this off, is we had this bull flag. We had this daily bull flag. We got a new all-time high just by a little bit, and then we pulled back slightly. So by a little bit, let me do some math here, by $5, and then we pulled back. So we're testing it right now. We're testing that all-time high of 443825. We have a 4-hour squeeze on ES. We got some bull momentum histogram here. So aggressive bears could look to top fish this right here, right now, 443825. I would use 4440 as my stop. So you see how we shot up in there? So you could look to short right here, right now. If you trade futures, you could do the micro futures, MES. If you're in Thinkorswim, you put a slash before. If you haven't traded futures, don't do this. But if you trade futures on the regular, this is a great area to short. Okay, now we're coming back. So then we're going to measure this volume. I've heard from y'all want to see live trading. So this actually is a great time to trade. Great trade setup. If the bear volume is elevated here, then we want to be quick to cover the short. When we get these big pops, look at where RSI was at 90. At 90 on the 1 minute. You're typically going to get a pullback, and the volume will tell you if it'll be a healthy pullback or if it's a full-on reverse. NASDAQ gave a great top fish as well. Right here, 1508. We broke it, but we double topped by $1, ran into the hourly 50 EMA. Great area to top fish NASDAQ. I would not top fish Dow because it is so strong. And RTY, you could top fish 224360. I'd actually use 2344 as my stop. So interesting start to the day. We got a little bullish push. So I'm not going to fight the bulls. When I say a quick short, we're doing a counter trend short on this pop, but that doesn't mean we're going to hold short throughout the whole day. Just stay on your feet, stay agile, be ready for anything the market throws your way. Hey, Meta and Chadbad. All right, I'm just still watching this. I just want to make sure there's nothing I see that's untoward that would make you want to cover your short a little sooner. I would say your target could be 4432 if we make it down there. If we make a new high and go past 4440, I would stop out of any short attempt. All right, let's look at gold. Gold getting a nice pop. I still don't like this chart. It can go to the moon without me. I still don't like it. We do have a rounded bottom that's forming on the 4-hour. That's constructive. However, we're running into the underside of a downtrending 21 EMA, which is typically rejected the first time it's tested. I don't like it. So here we tested it, rejected the 8, and now we're going to come up and test a 21 for the first time. Typically that rejects. I don't like it. Be careful whatever you do. We're getting a nice pop on this data. Resistance is up at 1747, 1750. Support 1735. Oh, someone just sent me their setup on RSI. Thank you so much. All right, oil. Oil is getting a bounce, but this would be a good short candidate. Let's see, 67.78. You could possibly look at shorting oil. Oil had really bad news this morning with the White House saying they want gasoline prices to come down. They want OPEC to increase oil production. And so we saw a big drop. Let's see how big the drop ended up being. 2.74%. That's pretty substantial. We have oil inventory this morning at 10. I have to do the math in my head. 10:30 Eastern. So oil testing 15-minute resistance. This could be a short right here, right now, and I would use a stop of 67.80. And something I haven't been bringing up because I haven't traded it yet is there are micro oil contracts. I don't know what the ticker is. If someone knows the ticker, if they could put it in YouTube chat, I'd appreciate it. But there is, so I trade either CL or QM. QM is the mini oil contract. Now they have a micro oil contract, and I heard the liquidity is pretty good. So we got 2 live trades today that we could possibly take now as a potential oil short. Your next support on oil, 67.34 and 66.83. Bitcoin got a little pop. You'll notice sometimes that Bitcoin will move with the market. So the market got a little pop, Bitcoin got a little pop. So on the 15-minute, we're still looking for a lower high compared to 46263. Next resistance, 4639886. Support, 45844. I saw Dan, he commented, if with Bitcoin going sideways, it gives room for the altcoins to do their thing, which they have been doing their thing. Oh my, it's been amazing. This actually looks like a cup and handle on Bitcoin. I just noticed that. Looks very bullish, nothing wrong with that chart. ETH, potential 4-hour bull flag. Support, 3051, 2892. Resistance, 3250. And above 3250, your next resistance is going to be psychological levels, 3300, 3400, and so on. So pretty. Caterpillar. All right, so the infrastructure bill. So let me show y'all my infrastructure watch list I created this morning. This is based on Kiplinger's top 14 stocks to benefit from the infrastructure bill, which is $3 trillion. That's a lot of dollars. So here are the 14 they named, and I specifically was watching a segment this morning on the infrastructure bill, and $73 billion will be appropriated for EV charging stations. So names like ChargePoint would benefit, and that's why we're seeing this pop. And we saw some unusual options activity I posted in the room on ChargePoint. That was on Monday. So CCI, every time I see this name, I think of cruise liners, but that is Crown Castle. But what I wanted to bring to your attention is Deere. John Deere, this is a pretty chart. When we get this trampoline move, where I call it the trampoline move, where we bounce off the EMA and then we start going parabolic, vertical, and then the EMA separate. Look at that 8 and 21 EMA separation. The slope of the EMA is pointed up. This is a beautiful chart. So I like Caterpillar and John Deere to the upside because of the infrastructure bill. Mega stroke, I may be able to do that. I will work on it when I'm not live. I will work on it. So of all the names that I was studying, I really liked Caterpillar and Deere. And then another one that caught my attention is PAVE. PAVE is an infrastructure development ETF. How cool is that? And the volume is good enough to trade. Typically when we have these obscure ETFs, there's typically not enough liquidity to trade them. This one had 2 times the normal volume yesterday. Beautiful chart. We had this squeeze going sideways, and then we broke bull. We got the higher low, and the next resistance is the all-time high at 27.56. Very interesting chart, but I thought that was pretty cool. And if you're a TCGer, I shared this list, so I put export list, and then it'll put the names in TradingView format, and then you can copy, paste, and import the list, and you can create your own infrastructure list that way and just kind of upload what I have, so you don't have to do the work. Let's let the insomniac do the work. All right, so Caterpillar is looking really good. This 50 MA is overhead. Typically, I don't like when the 50 MA is overhead, but I like the slope of these EMAs. I like the elevated volume. I like the squeeze. So watch Caterpillar today on a pull back to the hourly 21 EMA around 213. I would like to have put a Caterpillar trade on. I like Cat. Coin with impressive numbers. This is my drawing from yesterday saying it was running hot into earnings, so be careful. Even if they beat, they may not get that propulsion because it ran so hot into earnings. They are seeing a lift. 284 is that key resistance on coin that it needs to get through. They really beat. They beat big. But I know it's a name a lot of people love to hate. They beat big, but they didn't beat the pre-market high from yesterday. I guess this after hours high of 284 they did, but this is a Mars level, and I would even take it to 285 for a potential short on coin. But these bulls, the opening bull volume, please don't just take what I say and say, oh, she said go short coin. No. I'm saying I'm looking at a potential short in coin, but the way the market opens, if the market is super strong, I'm not going to be bullheaded and go short this, and you shouldn't either. And I'm going to watch the opening volume. The opening volume is strong bull. I'm going to back away. I'm going to go to Fubo real quick. I want to show you, what did I do? I must have changed the format. Well, shoot. I wanted to show you, these are my little candle drawings. So I got asked, damn, I'm going to have to do it again. I almost cursed right there. I know we got kids listening. Don't want to do that. So I get asked a ton, how do you trade these names that are strong on open? How do you trade them? So I thought I'd make a visual of candles so you can see how things could develop and how you trade it. Okay, so what happens often with these names that are gapping up? Fubo is super strong. Oh, I put the infrastructure list in general chat. It was one of the first things I posted, Tammy. So it is super strong. So we're pushing on open. If we pull back, look at these candles. If these candles look at any version like this, so we got a lower low on the candle, lower low on the candle, lower low, and then we start breaking through the high of this candle, then you could enter long and put your stop below the low of day. And I like to do this. I have this showing on the 5-minute, but I should have done it on the 2-minute. So on the 2-minute chart, this is what I like to see. I like to see a pullback, and then if it just keeps pulling back and new lower lows, then I give up the idea. But if we have low red volume or a mixed bag at open, and then we break through the high of one of these candles on the pullback, then you can enter long and put your stop below that. And I think it was you, Don, that asked yesterday in TCG about how do you know if it's gonna be a gap and go or a gap and crap. It's gonna be the volume here, the volume, and then you're gonna watch the candles. How do you trade them? You put your stop below the low of day. And then you need market correlation to help the idea. Market correlation, if the market's going up, it will help any type of bounce on any little pullback. This is how I like to trade these names. Now, we've had names, I'm going to delete this now. We've had names that do this. They open up and they just keep going. And they keep going. And those are those are much harder to trade, because with technical analysis, we need levels. We need a higher low. We need a low to go long, and the same thing with short. So going back to coin 284 is a clear level. I would say up to 285 would be a clear level to short. Your support 273.65 and 270.05. They really beat earnings big time. So this could just keep going through the day, and Kathy could be just loading up more today. So just be careful shorting this idea. FCX is an infrastructure play. So over 39.08 would be a daily bull break. So it's already gapping up. When I was looking at it earlier, it was over here. It looked like we had a bull flag forming what looks like we're already going up. So now I can't jump into this name. So what I would do is go to the 5 minute, and I cannot emphasize enough alerts. So let me put my alert. So tell me the first 5 minute oversold on FCX. So that's the only way I can trade this name with this type of push up. And again, this is an infrastructure trade idea. So use alerts. So here are the alerts I set this morning. Okay, FCX 5 minute, IWM. Let's go look at that chart. So on IWM, this is the hourly chart that's really important to me, and I have my alert set. Y'all know I have half of my puts left. I've been very clear telling you what the setup is and how I'm trading it. I still have half of my IWM puts. They're actually 225, so they're deeper in the money. So when it's going sideways, I'm not losing a lot because I'm in the money, I'm not losing big. So I have an alert here, tell me when it starts approaching this resistance, and then I have an alert here, tell me when it starts approaching that support. Above 223.25, and I've just been saying 25 just to give it a little wiggle room. I'm wrong on this short idea. And maybe I don't want to watch IWM all day. So I just have my alert set. Tell me if I'm wrong, I will stop out. And if I'm right, I could possibly add to it. Gold, we already did that. Fubo, we went over this chart and potential ways to trade it on a pullback. This is a beautiful chart, beautiful beat, support $32, $31.88, and $31.58. Resistance $33.50, and then that key resistance is $35.09. If we were to approach that level, the bulls could run out of steam if they really would be coming in hot. $35.09 will be a Mars level. Okay, if it's a Mars level, then do what I preach. Let's look short. Doesn't mean I'll take the trade, but now I have an alert set. Tell me when a price gets near $35 on Fubo. And if I'm trying to bottom fish at Fubo, maybe if it pulls back during the day and I'm going long, I need to know when that resistance is approaching, because I could then flip from long to short. Hood, I am following Dan on this trade. We are watching for an hourly oversold bounce. So this name got a new all-time high and it's been pulling back. When we have a new all-time high and we have these big bull moves and they go sideways, when they start pulling back, that first hourly oversold is typically a good trade. So I don't want to pull up Hood and watch it all day. So I just have my alert set. Tell me when hourly reaches 30. Okay, done. Otherwise, I don't want to trade Hood. Same exact trade for MRNA. Actually, this is a clearer setup because we just hit that all-time high over here in regular trading hours. We pulled back yesterday. Tell me when RSI gets 230 on the hourly. Otherwise, I don't have to watch the chart. 1 second. Okay. Sorry. Okay, this is with the Queen of the Mountain trade. I love RBLX, super tight with a squeeze. So I like names that are squeezing. We have been trading it over here. We talked about this. We talked about it here. We talked about it here. Actually, some of you were on it. We talked about it this day, and I had people messaging me and TCG, hey, can I buy it here? Because we've been watching this daily falling wedge. Well, now the falling wedge broke bull. We went sideways, very healthy. Over 85.67 is a bull break. Next resistance 85.80, 86.74. Support 83.70, 83.10. I really like this RBLX setup, and I believe they have earnings on Monday. Why do we need to know that? It could run into earnings. We don't know that, but it could. And we also need to know that because if we're trading next week's options, you need to know they're elevated and you're going to be paying super high premiums. Tesla will benefit from the infrastructure bills because it has EV charging stations. And they had China news. They have 5 models or something being produced in China. This is a pretty chart. I got asked yesterday which one that someone was asking, should I buy the Tesla bottom or something else? Tesla, I know that person was asking for a day trade, but I'm just really super fixated on this weekly chart and how beautiful it is. So on the 4-hour, we have a squeeze on Tesla. I like this to the long side. This is a Queen of the Mountain trade for me. UPST. This makes me want to drool. So on a pullback, if we could pull back to 161.50 and then get that higher high candle. So same thing with Fubo. We have a candle, a candle, a candle, and then we break through the high of that low candle. That's where you can get long. And if it just keeps going, then the only thing I can do is a 5-minute oversold at open. I got a piece of it over here. I sold it this morning. Their earnings were unbelievable. And they got an upgrade this morning. And Coin got 4 upgrades, just for your information. QQQ. On toss. Oh, I don't know how to do it on toss. No, I set it to crossing. So you'll see crossing. I don't say crossing up or down. I just say crossing. So it will tell me when the RSI is crossing 30, not crossing up, just crossing period, which the first time it would engage it would be to the downside. So QQQ, nice bull move. Bears will be looking to top fish this level, 36956 and then 36995. You have support here with that 4-hour double bottom at 36532. All right, and SPY. We are testing the all-time high this morning, 44350. Yesterday we hit 44344. Bulls have got to get through that and be very clear about it. You see I have an alert set here. If we start to approach support, I would want to go long down here on SPY. So 44350 is the number today for the bulls to get over. And right now they are rejecting. Rejecting is such a strong word, but we are pulling back from that level. RSI got extended. This is all healthy. Nothing wrong with this. Okay, what names do you have? SDC. They got beat down yesterday. Down 25%. Wow. Your support 515, 506, 503. Resistance 527, 529. It could have an oversold bounce today. Not my ideal setup. This is an ideal setup. Get the SNOT beat out of you and then gap down. That's the best scenario. Gap down into this weakness waterfall, and this would be an ideal oversold bounce opportunity. I just can't stand this name. Ugh. I don't like when they do people dirty. 2960 is a double bottom. Watch that level, 2960. Your next level, 2945. I can look at GS for you, Ronnie. This looks beautiful, and GS is part of Dow. Gorgeous chart. It is a swing report name. We got into it back here. We had the squeeze. You see it circled. Elevated bull volume. This is a beautiful chart. So I would be looking for a volume climax. We have this beautiful march up, and bears will be looking to pounce on this name. This could have been the volume climax. So bears could be looking to short 410.63, but I don't like punching the biggest bully in the mouth. I'm a lover, not a fighter. GM. I like GE, by the way. When we were on our vacation driving by, we had to drive a few hours to get to the beach. I cannot believe the number of empty car lots. I don't know how GM, Ford, how they're making money. They don't have cars to sell. It's unbelievable. So support 5366, 5340, resistance 5438 and 5535. This big earnings reaction, you could stay within this for a long time, and that's what it looks like we're doing. We're just chopping around within that earnings reaction range. GE is one of the better charts I looked at. Actually, you said GM and it reminded me of it. I was looking at this tightening range and it had a squeeze. If it gets over 107.84, I like it. Snap. Okay, CLF I know is a beautiful, beautiful infrastructure name trade. On the 4-hour, potential bull flag. Bulls will be looking to buy the dip. You see how this had this huge range, nice healthy consolidation and a big move. Do you see the difference? GS is straight up. So CLF, it's had some nice consolidation. So this chart looks great. Nothing wrong with it. If you're in long, stay in long. Walk your stops up. Snap. 5 more minutes, Dan will be live in the room. Don't like this bearish reversal candle on yesterday's candle close. We have this upper wick of profit taking. We have lost the hourly uptrend on any bounce. Bears will be looking to short 77.67. Last one, HNIC. I don't think that's what someone wanted me to look at. Shop. This chart looks fine. Yesterday it pulled back more than I'd like. It still has a 4-hour squeeze. Chart looks fine as long as it holds $1,500. I went over hood. We're looking for hourly oversold trade. This is really the last one. LAC, beautiful move. Getting a bump up on infrastructure. Nice bull volume. Looks a little climaxy. We hit 1794 yesterday, and I would call that a double top with 1783. So it's need to get over $18 to get some more follow through. Beautiful bull move. Hourly RSI is up at 72. Very extended. All right, that's it for me. Y'all have a great trading day. I hope I've helped you. As always, if you have any things that you would like for us to do different, ideas, constructive criticism, we're always open to your feedback. Use stop losses.